It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. Today is Tuesday, February 11th. I am sorry I'm running late. It's been a crazy morning. I hope everyone is doing phenomenal today. 2/11/25. Who knew? I like an 11th, you guys. I was born on an 11th, June 11th, 6/11, 1981. It was a sunny day in Los Angeles. I won't go into my birth story today. I am so happy to have so many of you here on this beautiful sunny day here in Los Angeles. I love a sunny February. I love a sunny day in general. I have so much to talk about with you guys. I can't get over all the things I have to talk about with you because we got to talk about this unearthed video that 492 of you sent to me last night. And I love getting DMs from you. I really do. I feel like I told you, it's like it's not Daily Dose of Donna, it's Daily Dose of Donna and the Dosers. I've got a team of producers from you guys. You send me so much good stuff, so many good videos, and this Forbes video that so many of you guys are talking about. We're going to go through a couple of clips from this 2022 Unearthed video of Blake Lively that is so revealing, which is why I'm wearing a little tube top, because we're revealing it all today, right? And then secondly, we're going to talk about this crazy conspiracy theory that a few of you have sent me that really it wouldn't surprise me that maybe Taylor and Travis are a State Farm PR couple. I can't wait to talk about it all. Paige and Craig, like so much other stuff. And we're going to talk about Kanye. We have to talk about Kanye. I think we may have to bring up a little bit about Candace Owens too, because I just got so heated in my DMs. So much to talk about. It's all coming out today. Okay. I don't hold anything back. I know that my friend Zach Peter is, no filter with Zach Peter, but it's coming over here. Okay. We're the no filter duo. We don't talk about anything. We don't cover up anything anymore. There's no filters here. We share it all. We talk about it all. We're not scared. I'm not scared of you, Ryan Reynolds. You can't cancel me. At this point, as my power just stops. Thank you, Beyonce. It is your daily dose of Donna. Oh my goodness. Welcome everyone to the show. I keep checking my Instagram because I got a DM this morning. Ugh, I'm dying. I want to share it with you, but I want to make sure that you responded to me. I get so many good DMs from people that have good in the know tea. I want to share it. You guys, I think, I've been in the DMs with a few of my dosers and they said, well, we've decided, Bethany actually came up with this first because I like to credit people, right? Bethany stopped. She also, oh my gosh, a lot of you guys are sending me DMs and I'm not responding. Rachel says, I stopped replying to your stuff long ago. It's not on purpose. I never stop responding on purpose. I am trying so hard to respond to everyone. It's too many DMs. I'm going to show you guys what my DMs look like right now. I promise you, this is not on purpose. Look, this is from 1 hour ago. Okay. All of the bold ones are 1 hour ago. 1 hour ago. And they keep coming in like right now. This is all 1 hour. It's not a joke. What am I supposed to do? So I will tell you really fast that one of my dosers sent me tea on another big actor, a big actor who was also horrible, awful, like impossible, horrible behind the scenes. And I think because this is the year of FAFO, right? This is the year of fuck around and find out, according to Bethany Frankel. I want to expose them all. And I feel like we should. I feel like this should be the show of like exposing it all. Telling on everyone that's an asshole. Right? Don't you think? Aunt Nene says, can I get a happy birthday? Tomorrow's my birthday. Well, you know what, Nene? You really ruined it. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow's my birthday, but not sure if I'll be able to watch while I'm at work. Happy birthday. Can you imagine if I sang for every single birthday? Happy birthday, Nene. Happy birthday. Okay. Not Candace. Mildly Mercurial wants to tell me about Colleen Hoover announcing casting for Verity on the day that Blake Lively dropped her CRD complaint. Yes, I've heard about all of that. Okay, well, here's what I'm going to tell you guys. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time. If you are a member here on my YouTube, which is easy to do, there's a join button right below if you're on a desktop. And then also in my show notes, there's like a link that I put in my show notes. If you join, you can join the members only. What I do on the members only is I literally just look at your comments and I bring them up and I talk to you back and forth because it's not like a published episode. I mean, it will be here and recorded, and then if you can watch it later, but it's just for that. So that way I can stay focused and do my show today. All right. So let's focus on the show and talk about all of the stories. We have so many stories to talk about. So Blake Lively in 2022 went on this Forbes panel, and someone found this video because that's the problem. Blake Lively decided to open up Pandora's box, not thinking that there was ever going to be any blowback to her, right? Because she lives in the land of Delulu and she thinks that she can just dish it and nothing will come back to bite her in the face. But unfortunately, it not only bit her in the face, it bit her in the face and the ass, right? But not with teeth. Oh, no, that's right. She doesn't use teeth, but everyone else has teeth. So she's getting bit. She's got a lot of bites all over because, we don't stop. Once we start, we don't stop. And what I mean by that is like all of us, right? The YouTubers, the TikTok sleuths, we're on it. And so people are finding out everything about Blake Lively, including this Forbes panel of some sort. It's like women in something. Now, I am not going to sit here and make you guys go through this torture of watching it. It's torture. Okay. And truly, I believe that it is an unbearable feat to sit through Blake Lively talking. I don't know if it's always been this way. Thank you, RG, for becoming a member. Welcome to the show. I don't know if it's an unbelievably difficult thing to do now because we know so much about Blake, or was she always this challenging to watch? Once you know someone's personality, it becomes more and more difficult. I truly cannot sit and watch her anymore. It's impossible for me. But watching her at the time, maybe it was easy. I don't know. Somehow she got on the stage. So different people have posted different things. I'm going to just pull a couple clips from an Instagram account that actually takes some of the better creators that are posting about this all over. What is this? All over. It's called Dramatic Talk. A lot of you guys are sending the reels from there. I don't know who this person is that's doing this, but this person is taking all of this Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds content, including some of my own content. I don't even know who they are, but it works. And they're resharing Blake Lively related content. So they've shared a lot of the good clips from this. And that's why I'm going to just pull up their Instagram. And we're going to talk about some of these clips. They are wild. It's literally Blake Lively on the stand telling on herself for all of the most annoying parts of herself. And this is 2 years. Sorry, this is the year she got cast on It Ends With Us. Remember, she signed on to It Ends With Us December 31st, 2022. This was in 2022. It's so upsetting. So some of these reels are from this first one is from Steph with the Deets, who is a great creator that's covering this. These are a little bit out of order. I'm just going to pull them up. Here we go.
When he had seen this clip of Blake Lively before casting her, it could have saved him a lot of trouble. Listen very closely, guys.
Sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull because you're like, you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do. So there are moments, it's just as important to say, okay, I believe in this, and that's why I'm standing up for it, and that's why I'm not being difficult. And then there are other moments to go like, am I the asshole in the room? Like, what is happening here? I think it's about being upfront about like knowing what you actually need versus just like trying to get the job. And then, once you're in it, sort of revealing the scope of your sort of needs to be, fulfilled.
Yes, Blake, you are that.
Okay. So this is wild. This is so unreal. In essence, she's saying with confidence. This is not something she's saying behind closed doors over a cocktail with her girlfriend or with her husband. She's saying this on a stage with confidence. I am confidently sharing as like something that you should be like excited about, or something that you should be, clapping for me, that I get hired as a quote unquote actor. And then I come in and I pull the rug from under them and I take over the movie. What? Now, listen, there is a difference between if you hire, just say you hire an assistant to work under you. And a lot of you guys, work either as an assistant, an intern, a PA, a tech or whatever, and then you kind of work your way up. I was a casting assistant when I started. I'm a horrible assistant, by the way. That's totally a side note. I am an absolute horrible assistant. I'm unorganized. You should see my desk. But the point is that when I started, working, the best kind of assistant there is someone that comes in and takes initiative and goes over and above and beyond. I was watching Southern Hospitality the other day. Leva said about TJ, like, I love someone that comes in here and thinks ahead and wants to take on the work of others and like, thinks before the problem starts. That's important. But what Blake sounds like she does is comes in and takes other people's jobs. So in a film set, it's a puzzle. You literally have to hire 15 different people for one thing, right? Like not 15, 150 different people. A film crew, if I showed you any sort of my, I have them somewhere, all of my call sheets and stuff from different productions I work on. Lance has them for all of his shows. There's so many different people that work on a film set or in a production. 20 people in the art department crew, 20 people in the grip, in the construction, in the wardrobe, in the lighting, in the camera, and script, whatever. This actress comes in here and says like, oh, I know that you've worked your whole entire life to do this. I got it. I'm sorry, what? It's obnoxious. It's so narcissistic and it's so revealing. So this one text that I got, this one DM from someone that I'm messaging with, said to me, who works in this kind of space, said to me, a director once told me that they've become a narcissist whisperer. This person said, directors are usually lovely people in my experience. And this person has worked at the DGA. This person said, this is insane. She is equating girl boss lean in concepts with coming in and taking over because she didn't want to do the humbling work of building a director career. Not respecting that Justin Baldoni was also an actor who had to do that work to get the prized $25 million mid-budget studio film, only to have his big moment stolen by someone who felt she was above music videos, besides Taylor Swift, commercials, self-financed indies. Like, girl, even Jodie Foster had to do the work. It's the fact that she came in and thought that she could just walk right above anything else and all these other people who had tried to do little things, small things, and work hard and work hard and work hard and move their way up. And like, I have worked with so many directors who started at nothing. Like so many of these smaller directors who are now working on things, they started, working as a script supervisor, and then they got the job to work as an AD on a multi-camera sitcom for 3 years, and then they got the job to work as a director on one episode of that sitcom, and then they got 2 episodes of that sitcom, and finally they got, it's the fact that she thinks that she can just come in and do that. It's so sick. Let's watch another episode of this. Another clip from this this same panel interview.
They just wanted me to show up and look cute and stand on a little pink sticker where I'm supposed to go and say what I'm supposed to say. But I also knew that like that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative, whether that be in the writing, in the costume design, in creating the character. And sometimes I had directors or producers or writers who would welcome that and invite that once they saw that I was able to offer that. And sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull because you're like, you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do. And so it was like, it was a really strange position to be in because I felt like, I don't want to just like be an actor. Like I want to, you know, I want to have more authorship. So I think that it's about, you know, knowing what I want and what I need and representing that from the outset. And if people are into that and want to collaborate with me for all I feel like I need to offer and bring to a job, then those are the people I should collaborate with. And if I see that it's people who are, whether this is in business or acting or whatever it is, where it's people who I can see that feels like that's stepping on their territory, that's not going to ultimately be a fulfilling relationship for either one of us. So I think it's about being upfront about like, they just wanted me to show up.
Okay, talk about living in your own land. Like she's living in her own land. She's not thinking about anyone else on the set. She's just living in her own land. It's just not going to be a fulfilling relationship for both of us. Who? You and the person in the mirror? Like, does she think about anyone else on the set that this is their job? In what world does it have to be like where you are, happy birthday, Cameron. It's her 18th birthday. She said, my mom and I are huge fans of your show. That's so cute. You watch with your mom. Happy birthday, Cameron. Oh my God, that just made my heart like swell. Someone watches with their mom. Oh my God, that's really cute. Sorry, my heart just stopped for that. So I hope Blake Lively is watching with her mom, by the way. Hey, Elaine, are you watching this? Your daughter needs to be put in a timeout. Your daughter should have probably heard the word no more often. That's what I think. Cameron, I hope happy birthday, honey. Does your mom tell you no? That's what I hope your mom gives you for your birthday. A good old dose of reality. No offense, Cameron. I love you. Oh, there's another 16-year-old watching with her mom. Hi, Kenzie. Okay, I have to stop. The point is that she clearly has never been told no. And I was talking to my friend Molly this morning on the phone, Molly Dare, and she was saying that we were talking about the fact that still to this day, to this moment, she's never been told no because I believe her lawyers are petrified of her, which is why they're going as far as asking for who she can get deposed by. They're getting the, extended time for the complaints, which we'll get into in a moment. I think everyone is petrified by her. I think she lives in a land of clouds and rainbows. Like everything is just for Blake. It is unreal. I'm done. So the problem is that she needs to only live and work for Maximum Effort Productions or whatever the hell Ryan Reynolds' company is. She should never work for anyone else. And the truth is that Justin Baldoni, unfortunately, didn't do enough research or didn't have enough choice in the matter when he was presented with Blake Lively. And I really wish I knew more of the casting process. I believe Colleen Hoover was excited about Blake Lively and was like, that was her dream to get Blake cast into this. And for the studio, for Wayfair, and for Sony to get Blake into this movie was a huge get. Because Blake is a big deal for a small, mid, $25 million budget movie like this. Blake is the name. Justin didn't have that name. And so for them, this was a get. And I don't think Justin did or had the ability to say no, even if he did know this research or this reputation. And I think Justin probably thinks the best of people. My guess is after watching his interview yesterday, he's probably like, okay, maybe she's been difficult in the past, but she's probably a kind soul. I bet Justin was probably like, maybe she is, maybe she's had a tough life. I'm sure she's a great person. I'm sure she's wonderful. I mean, seriously, knowing Justin, He's probably like, oh, I can't imagine she's as difficult as people has said. Ugh. Let's see if there's one more clip. I feel like there's one more clip and then we'll move on to another story.
How do you know when there's a force that is pulling you in a direction that you should follow versus one that may distract you?
I mean, I think I've just done it enough. You know, you learn to sort of, when I was younger in my life and career, I would sort of shape myself to the version of myself that I thought that they wanted. Or when I would show up on a set, I knew that they just wanted me to show up and look cute and stand on a little pink sticker where I'm supposed to go and say what I'm supposed to say. But I also knew that like that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative, whether that be in the writing, in the costume design, in creating the character. And sometimes I had directors or producers or writers who would welcome that and invite that once they saw that I was able to offer that. And sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went into meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig.
All right.
I wouldn't reveal that
already.
I actually need to have authorship.
So anyway, it's just all obnoxious and hard to watch and very, very challenging for anyone like us. I say like us because I imagine Blake is like them. And by them, I mean not us. I feel like we are all not Blake. And then there's Blake. Like it's Blake and we are all Justins, right? We are all the Justins. And then there's the Blakes. Sudeep is right. They not like us, right? Thank you. I love that. Okay, so let's move on to another story. You guys, this is wild, and I need you guys to have an open mind to this, and a lot of you may have seen this already, but I need you to have an open mind to a conspiracy theory that has been passed around left and right on TikTok. A few of you have sent it already to me. And this morning, one of you guys sent, a bunch of you have sent this to me already, but a few of you have sent it to me today and said, please, please, please cover this on Daily Dose of Donna. And I'm like, listen, I've talked about conspiracy theories left and right, but today I feel like is the day that we just go there, right? Like at this point, why not? Anything is possible. I mean, we've already had aliens. Wait, we've had UFOs. We've had aliens. Like anything is possible. And it wouldn't shock me if Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and Blake, and this is a crazy theory. So if you've seen this on TikTok, you know what I'm about to show you. If not, get your popcorn and open your mind. Take your mushrooms, okay, or whatever choice of I've got my little hand flew. Craig's little hand flew across the room just now. I've got my mom's Swedish candy. I've got 3 huge bags of it. So my sweet tooth is happy. This is going to be fun to watch, okay? I found this so freaking interesting. Check it out. No, that's not the real. What if I just showed you something completely different? Like, I don't know, like a musical theater version of Wicked from my high school and just like made you guys watch it for an hour. And I was like, just take mushrooms and watch this. No, this is it. Hold on. It's coming. It's coming. That's what she said. It's coming. Hold on. This is about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift and an amazing, amazing conspiracy, but I want to pull it up for you guys. All righty, here we go. Share a screen. And I want to make it bigger. That's what she said again. But I don't know how to make. Okay, well, we'll just have to watch it like this. Here we go.
Always felt a bit off. Relationship between Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift always felt a bit off. What if I told you that I think I have proof that this is not only a fake relationship, but a multi-level marketing insurance scheme. Now, if you watch the NFL, you notice a very specific commercial that plays at every single ad break. And no matter what the context of the ad is, it's always a State Farm ad. Now, we know that the NFL has a relationship with State Farm, and they've had one since about 2004, for over 20 years. But specifically, they've had one with the Kansas City Chiefs just over the last couple. And here is where things start to get weird. Now, we know that State Farm, like the rest of the country, is fully aware of the relationship between Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. But knowing something isn't capitalizing off of it. So one day, as a publicity stunt, Jake from State Farm linked up with Donna Kelce, Travis Kelce's mom, and it did exactly what it was supposed to do. It caught a lot of media attention, and nobody was really thinking anything of it. But I wanted to look into who set this up. And after just doing like a little bit of digging, it turns out that this media agency, Maximum Effort, was the ones who set this up. And their co-founder is Ryan Reynolds. So it was him that helped set up Donna Kelce with Jake from State Farm to help State Farm capitalize off the relationship between Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And that one mistake opened up the floodgates into the rest of this investigation. You see, I started getting curious as to when this relationship first started, or even who first reported it. When I stumbled across this tweet, that seems to be the earliest tweet talking about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship, the one that broke the story. And then I saw this link, so I decided, let's just click it. And when I did, it brought me to this torn down URL website that read The Messenger. So I got curious and I wondered, what was The Messenger? And well, as it turns out, that The Messenger is the one who broke the news about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, and which I thought that was weird. So I looked into The Messenger, and it only turned out that they had only opened 4 months prior to breaking this news. And I was thinking to myself, how did a brand new publication have the inside scoop on the #1 pop star in the world? Somebody who spends millions of dollars a year on security. There's no way that this brand new publication got that inside scoop, until I looked into who owns The Messenger. And that's when I ran into a man named Jimmy Finkelstein, who owns and started the publication, who recently sold another publication for $130 million. But you see, the weirdest part about this publication, that it just broke this news about the world's biggest pop star just 4 months prior, 4 months after opening, is that only 4 months after that, they shut down completely, only lasting 8 months. So then I thought to myself, man, if I was Mr. Finkelstein, I'd be
I'm pausing it because I see in the comments. Okay, hold on. Hold on. You guys are such josers. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm dying. I'm dying. Everyone. Oh my God. I love my audience so much. I'm dying. I'm dying. Everyone is. I love my audience. This is amazing. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a cliff notes up until this moment, okay? What he's saying right now. This is really interesting. Michelle says, give us the clit notes. Okay, the clit notes. Here's the clit notes, because it's good. You guys listen. Donna Kelce, Travis Kelce's mom, was seen at a game with a State Farm representative. Okay, that's what he's saying. Back here earlier on, he's saying that he was seen at. Hold on, I'm gonna put it on mute so it doesn't annoy you. Seen at a game with a State Farm representative, right? Long time ago, Jake from State Farm, and we find out that they end up doing this commercial together. And who connected it? It was Maximum Effort. The guy who created Maximum Effort Productions, Ryan Reynolds. So now we know, wait, Ryan Reynolds connected Donna Kelce and the State Farm guy, and that's how they created this like commercial, right? So now we already know that Ryan Clitnolds, and no, we should call him Ryle Reynolds, and this whole commercial between State Farm's Travis Kelce, whatever. Now we know that Ryan Reynolds and Maximum Effort is somewhat connected, okay, with Kelce and State Farm, okay? Now, it's going to get more interesting, because he's saying that as it continues, Donna, all of a sudden, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce start dating. And the first person that reports it is not TMZ. We wouldn't know this because we weren't paying attention to these small little people that are reporting it. The first person that reported it was this small little person, this small little tweet that's called The Messenger. We've never heard of it. We have no idea what it is. The Messenger is this small company that reported it on November 10th, 2023. Reported it. And who is the messenger, he's saying? Who is this company that had absolutely no name? No one knew anything about it. So he looked into what the messenger was. And it was a company that had only lasted for 4 months. He was like, who owns it? What is this company? He goes into it and he finds out. He looks into it. He's like, wait, Taylor Swift Security has millions of dollars, all of these people, and no one reported it before the messenger. He finds out that the messenger is owned by this guy. He brings up this guy's name. I can't remember his name. Jimmy Fugglestein? I don't know. Hold on. Jimmy Figglestein. Okay. That's the guy, and that's not Ryan Reynolds. It's not Scooby-Doo where he takes off his mask. Okay, everyone calm down. So Jimmy Figglestein owns the messenger, along with some other people, he ends up saying. A lot of really rich people own the messenger. And he said that the messenger only opened 4 months after they shut down completely. Before they owned something else, closed down, and then only opened for 4 months. He's looking up, this guy with the yellow beanie in the video is looking up because he's a conspiracy theorist and he's a rabbit hole guy. He's like a doser. He's going in. He's like, why did they close 8 months before? Why did they close down and start opening back up? What is the deal with this company, The Messenger? What is this company? Okay. So that's where we are now. Does that make sense, everyone? That's where we are now. Let's keep going. Just pay attention. Everyone ready? Are we good? Okay. Just stick with me. It's good. Stick with me.
$50 million to start. Oh my God, I'd be so mad if it was $50 million that I used of my own money. That's the weird thing. See, it turned out after doing some digging that it was actually started by 5 donors that gave about $10 million each. First one is Josh Harris, or co-founder of Apollo Global, an investment firm that manages over $600 billion in assets. And it was his company who back in 2016 acquired ADT for about $7 billion. And then in 2022, State Farm acquired 15% equity ownership worth $1.2 billion in ADT. And I can go on and on about the other 4 founders that started the publication that got the inside scoop that's only 4 months old.
So he's saying that all these rich people, including ADT, State Farm, all these huge investors bought this company, The Messenger, 4 months before they were the first people that announced that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were dating. But just wait. Why is this so important? Just wait. Remember, State Farm owns this company, The Messenger. Okay, keep going.
That Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were together. But no matter what road you take, they all have invested interest in hundreds of billions of dollars in State Farm. And that's not even the craziest part. See, every time I Googled Finkelstein, a woman named Pamela Gross Finkelstein would pop up. And the name next to it, every single time, was Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife and best friends with Taylor Swift. So you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, State Farm gains a lot out of this. They get free publication, they get Taylor Swift, they get the NFL, they get Travis Kelce. But what does Taylor Swift and the NFL get out of being possibly a part in all this? Well, while I was researching for another video, I had noticed that every single time I had clicked on Taylor Swift's music video, no matter which one it was, a State Farm ad would play behind it every single time, which is very strange because if you know anything about YouTube advertisement, is that you know it's always supposed to be completely random. So here is my theory. I think State Farm and the NFL approached the biggest pop star in the world and said, hey, we need to make more money. Taylor Swift came back and said, okay, cool, but how are we going to push that to the public? She then brought the idea to Ryan Reynolds, absolute marketing genius, who also owns a marketing agency, and he came up with an absolute game-changing plan. You got to make people care here. So he set up Jake from State Farm with Donna Kelce, and then the wheels started turning. Ryan then brought that whole idea to his wife, Blake Lively, and she said, hey, wait, I think I know a guy. Yeah, I became good friends with this billionaire's wife back a couple years ago in 2011 when she came to a party of mine to honor me. The wife had nothing to lose, so Blake, Ryan, the wife, and Taylor Swift all brought it to this dude and said, hey, we need somebody to put this out there. And he said, hey, I sold my company for $130 million months ago. I mean, yeah, sure, I'll do it, but I'm not going to do it with my own money. State Farm then said, and we can help with that. 5 founders then got together and created The Messenger. 4 months later, they then organically threw this out there. 4 months after that, he played his role and he just shut this down. Taylor then possibly approached State Farm, or State Farm then possibly approached Taylor and said, hey, there's literally no way I'd be able to pay you this amount of money up front. You are way too big of an artist. Instead, why don't you just let us put our ad in front of every single one of your videos? We'll give you about 90 to 100% of the ad revenue. You'll get paid throughout the entire time that we have your ads on our videos, and we'll be promoted. And so now you might be asking, okay, cool, all these people gain so much, but the main player here is the NFL. So what do they gain in doing any of this? The NFL has made about $1 billion since Travis and Taylor started dating due to viewership and jersey sales. And since in 2010, the NFL had changed from a sports league to an entertainment company as to cover any legal corners. So what would hurt putting them through the playoffs to the Super Bowl to keep the viewership high all season long because of Taylor? Well, the answer is nothing. But maybe it's just all one big theory.
And this is what I freaking love about the internet. Because I see it as being a total, absolute possibility. I can see it all. Do I think that Travis and Taylor don't have feelings for each other and don't like each other? I mean, I don't know. I don't pay attention so much to their relationship. I think that there's real feelings there. I do. And maybe they've developed for real over time. But this, to me, guys, it's crazy. If you think after everything that we've exposed about Hollywood and about money laundering and about Ponzi schemes and about the guy that went to jail with the insider trading, what was his name? The insider training. What's the insider trading guy that went to jail a few years ago? I forget his name. That guy, like, if you think that these billionaire moneymaker people are too above any of this stuff, I think that you're living in Blake Lively land, right? Madoff. Thank you, Madoff. People are crazy. And Ryan Reynolds is not above, I think, cuckoo Easter eggs, right? He loves his Easter eggs and he loves doing any of this stuff. And it's possible that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift really just met randomly and fell in love. And it's a love story. Baby, just say yes. Or it's a financial win for the world. And we'll see what happens at the end of, we'll see what happens now that he lost the Super Bowl and he's not like he had to walk off the end of the Super Bowl in his BG's outfit. He had to leave them. Did anyone else catch that? I died. He had to leave the Super Bowl outfit with his Bee Gees outfit. I was dying watching this. He literally had to walk off and leave, and he didn't bring another outfit. Like, he should have brought like a sweatsuit in case he lost. I can't believe he had to walk away losing the Super Bowl in a Bee Gees outfit. Like, it's one thing if you're walking in like, I'm about to win the Super Bowl, baby. And then he had to leave like in a gold shiny. Like, talk about a walk of shame. Oh my God. He was like, okay. And he was like all alone. It was like shimmery. I felt so bad for him. But I'm dying to know what will happen with them. I mean, look, for them, hopefully it works out. I have some friends that are diehard Taylor Swift fans and they really think it's real. So for them, I hope. But I loved watching that. And so many of you guys liked it. So many of you guys sent it to me. Okay? So Book Lover says he was bejeweled. John Travolta. Yeah, he should have walked away and said, best believe I still bejeweled when I walk in the room. And he should have turned around. I can still make my whole place shimmer. Ah, interesting. Lots of anger coming from the Team Blake side today. Lots of anger I noticed on Threads this morning. I saw one of the big Team Blake people this morning saying something along the lines of, what did she say? She was so mad. So mad. She goes, you know what? This algorithm is bullshit on TikTok. No matter what I do, I have deleted people. I have blocked people. I keep turning people away. I keep sending people off. I keep telling people on TikTok I am not interested. And no matter what I say, they keep serving me anti-Blake Lively videos. It is a smear campaign. That's what I'm told. This is what it says. It's a smear campaign. This is what she said. She said, it doesn't matter how many videos I dislike, skip, or block on TikTok that blatantly hate on Blake Lively, whether it's calling her a bitch, a liar, a mean girl, a poorly dressed old woman. It doesn't matter how many people I block. The FYP continues to serve more of these videos. The last time I saw this was during the Johnny Depp trial. So for that, I say, I think it's just reality. I don't think it's I think it's just real. Like, it's just real life. I find it interesting that no matter what. So, okay, last night, this was so weird. So Blake Lively, finally, this request for extension, this complaint, amended complaint that we've been waiting for February 14th, kind of like under the radar. 4 hours before I reported on it last night on Instagram or TikTok or wherever, or YouTube, like everywhere, someone DM'd me. Thank you to whoever DM'd me last night saying, I saw on Twitter that they had asked for a request for a extended amount of time. They asked for an extension. No one reported on it. It was like so quiet. So Blake Lively and Miss Reynolds, it said Miss Lively and Miss Reynolds in the attorney's complaint. Her own attorneys called Ryan Reynolds a miss. It's not a joke. I didn't make that up. That's real. Miss Reynolds. Do you think that Ryan Reynolds is going to sue his own attorneys for that? I think so. I will show it to you. It's not a joke. I think he's suing. I mean, what do you think? He is I thought it was kind of funny, actually. I have to be honest. He identifies as a woman. Well, he's like, I am a feminist. Okay? I am a feminist, and I am just as good as Justin Baldoni. Maybe he asked to be called a miss. Do you think so? Okay, let's see if I can show you where it says miss. Hold on. Oh, thank you, Enrique. I always forget, what is DOP. What is the currency of DOP? Someone help me remember. Even Anna Kendrick, an Oscar Tony nominee, made the line to become a director with a project she made sure to get greenlit by casting herself and producing it for 5 years. Oh, really? Which one? Is it the movie that she just did about the killer, the game show killer? Oh, thank you for that. I forget what DOP is. So Miss Reynolds, yes, it says, let me see if I can zoom in here. Yeah, right here. How come it? There we go. Miss Reynolds. Do you see it? Miss Reynolds. Dominican peso. Thank you for the Dominican peso. Miss Reynolds. Miss Lively and Miss Reynolds. I love it. I love it. But yes, they are here. It says on February 10th, it says, Dear Judge Lyman, according to the pursuant to local rule 7, Blake Lively respectfully moves for an extension of time to file her amended complaint to March 5th. We'll see what happens. I mean, apparently, according to all the attorneys on Blake Lively's team or Blake Lively's side, this is a very normal thing to do. It's very common. It's very normal. And we'll see. She says, Miss Reynolds, if you're nasty. I like that. I'm into it. I am into it, and we'll see what happens. But they are asking for that, and we'll see if they get it. At this point, we have not heard back from the judges or from, I guess, Judge Lyman has to agree with it, and so does I believe, so does his attorneys, right? Justin Baldoni's attorneys also have to. I am also getting a lot of messages about, I did get a DM last night. I don't want to share exactly who it was from because I wasn't given like permission or anything, but this person sent me a DM. And I always find this really interesting because I have not gotten one DM from anyone in Blake Lively's life. Not one. Or Ryan Reynolds' life. Not one. But I get DMs from people from Justin Baldoni's life, like private people. And yesterday I got a DM from someone who has 900 followers. This is not a big name. This is not a celebrity. This is just a private person. They have 900 followers, and 3 people that are following them are Justin Baldoni, Jamie Heath, and Emily Baldoni. Okay, so they're a very private person, and they don't have like a celebrity name or anything. And this person DM'd me and said, I've been friends with Justin Baldoni for 20 years, and I've been following what you're saying, and you are on the right side of history. This is an incredible man. And I looked at his pictures, and this is a person that just like exudes warmth. You can just see it in his face and his personality. And I just think that like these kinds of things, looking at the Forbes interview, looking at Justin Baldoni on the Gents Talk podcast yesterday, getting all of these emails and messages from people in their past. It's just building evidence for personality types and who would do this and who wouldn't do this, et cetera. So we can talk about this always, forever, et cetera. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Ola. And thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships, Maddie. That is so, so kind. Okay. Let's move on to Amanda says, no, only the judge will weigh in. It's very likely that they already asked for Baldoni's counsel to agree to an extension. They may have said no or didn't respond. So the judge has to weigh in on that. Okay, now let's talk about some other stuff going on. I want to talk about Paige and Craig and my hot take on Paige because I believe something, but I also want to talk about Kanye. How do we feel about talking about Kanye? Can we talk about Kanye without getting severely triggered? And I say this because I am Jewish and I am very obviously angry and very upset with everything that's been going on in the last few weeks. And I've been talking about this openly on Patreon, but I think it's big enough to talk about this here. Yeah? Okay. So first of all, before I get into it, I do want to shout out the sponsor for today's show because I really need you guys to, if you're in the market for a bra, you never know. Honeylove is one of my favorites. Honeylove is my favorite. I don't wear bras, but when I do wear a bra, it's Honeylove. I don't have big boobs, but when I do have to wear like a loose fitting top and I need a bra, it's always going to be Honeylove. Honeylove is something that is the only bra I can wear because it's comfortable. It doesn't have those painful underwires. It doesn't cut into your side where it gives you all that back bulge and like make you feel uncomfortable and make you like constantly have to pull up and whatever. But February is the month of love, and there's nothing more than I love to treat myself to comfortable shapewear. Life is too short to feel squished and squeezed, and you don't have to. Today's episode is brought to you by Honeylove, the brand that's completely reimagined shapewear. Supporting brands that sponsor my show supports this show, and I know that I give you this free show every single day, and to support the brands that support my show, continue to support Daily Dose of Donna and make this, sustainable for my job and for my family. So I appreciate if you're in the market for a bra, use honeylove.com/daily dose because you will be able to get 20% off your entire order. It's got flexible, I like saying this, boning in the side seams, and it prevents it from rolling up or down. So you'll never have to sneakily adjust yourself in public again, even after a night of dancing. Their shapewear features lingerie-inspired design details that you'll want to show off. Again, 20% off your entire order with our exclusive link, honeylove.com/daily dose. Support the show and start your year off right by checking them out at honeylove.com/daily dose. So men, get your ladies some bras. Ladies, get yourself or some ladies some bras. And men, get yourself some bras. At this point, we can all get bras. All right, let's talk about, who should we talk about first? Let's talk about Kanye. Okay, so this is going to be a little tough for me to talk about, obviously. And it should be tough for everyone to talk about. I don't like to give him, so for many, many years, I haven't wanted to give Kanye attention. For a long time, it was like, don't give him the attention. He needs attention. He's trying to get attention. He's just trying to get like, a rise out of us. Don't, even just the other day when I mentioned him on my socials, I got a DM from a good friend of mine who's like, don't even talk about him on your social because that's what he wants. And even talking about him gives him attention. And I'm like, you know what? At this point, no, we can't ignore anti-Semitic behavior anymore. We can't. It's too big. It's overtaken our world, right? It's everywhere. It's every which way we're looking. Obviously on my show, Daily Dose of Donna, and every time I've talked about it, so many of you guys are new here. This is like a core part of who I am. It's what I've talked about so much since October 7th. And I never thought that this was going to have to be a part of my show. I didn't think that this was ever going to, if you know me, I've always been Jewish, obviously born and raised, but it just wasn't something I ever had to talk about because I was like naive to think people like Jews. Like, I just didn't think it was, I thought people only didn't like Jews around the Holocaust. Like, I just didn't think that was like a thing. I just was stupid about it. And not stupid, I guess naive about it. I just didn't realize that it was like a thing in my life. I didn't realize how rampant it was. I thought it was one of those things that only happened to other places and other people. I didn't realize it would happen so mainstream as it has. So obviously this last 500 days has been tragic and horrendous and awful, and it's been building and building, and it went from being something that people only did in secret to people doing now very much in public, and people doing it openly under the guise of like, no, it's not anti-Semitism, it's anti-Zionism, which is bullshit, and I'm calling it out right now. And if you want to tell me I'm wrong, that's like me telling someone of a different race that it's not racism, and someone that is Asian that it's not anti-Asian, or someone that is, I don't know, gay, that it's not anti-gay. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to tell a Jew that it's not anti-Semitism when it is. And it's not fair anymore to tell people what is and what is not anti-Semitic. It's not okay. But it's been very, very difficult in the last couple of years because obviously Israel's involved in a war. So people are saying it's anti-Zionism. It's anti-Zionism. It's not. It's anti-Semitic to attack Jews and to go after Jews in public. Swastikas, talking about Hitler, talking about Nazis, talking about Jews, talking about any of these things. And specifically, Kanye has really taken it to a new level in the last very, very oh my God, these comments are already upsetting me. I'm already getting anti-Zionism is not anti-Semitic, and I want to cry. Okay, let me try to explain to you guys because this is gonna be a tough one for me, and I'm scared that I am going to get I'm scared that I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. So let me try to explain to you guys with love, okay? Zionism. What is Zionism? So a lot of people think Zionism is supporting a war. It's not. Zionism is not supporting war. Okay? I feel like I'm going to cry because I feel like this is going to take it like to a new level, and I don't want to like bring on hate. I really don't want to bring on hate right now. Okay. Zionism is not supporting war. I want you to understand what the meaning of Zionism is. Zionism is supporting the Jewish state of Israel. It's giving Jews the ability to have a state in Israel. It's giving us the ability to have one state that we can have safely, and that's Israel. One place. It's not supporting war. And I think that what scares a lot of people is they hear the word Zionism and they immediately hear that's war. That's taking something away from people. And that's not what it is. So you have to really, really do your research before you hear that. Zionism does not mean killing people. Zionism does not mean attacking people. Zionism does not mean war. It doesn't mean killing people. It doesn't mean I'm not thinking straight right now because I'm having anxiety. I'm having like major anxiety right now. It's just giving Jews the right to their one state, their one homeland, Israel. That's it. Tiny little state. And that's it. That's it. I know I'm going to get a lot of but this is what I stand for, you guys. This is who I am. And to me, it is, and this is not a political thing for me. It's not a political thing. But I'm Jewish and I'm Israeli, you guys. My family is from Israel. So if you didn't know that, I guess I should tell you. You know, my grandparents are Israeli, right? And so I'm starting to panic. I should probably turn off my comments right now or just like close my comments because it's starting to give me a lot of anxiety. So this is a strong feeling of, in my opinion, I feel like it's become a very, very conflated issue where the war, which I wasn't planning on talking about today at all, I was just planning to talk about Kanye, has given people a free rein to talk about Jews. And with this guise of like, we don't like what's happening across the world, so all Jews deserve to be attacked. And you may not like what's happening across the world. That's okay. Like, I don't like what's happening across the world in many, many places. There's a lot of things across the world that are happening that are really, really shitty. And I respect other people's opinions. There's a lot of people that I follow that are very, very against what I believe in. It's okay. I'm okay with that. Like, we don't have to be on the same page of all these same things. We absolutely don't have to. We can 100% disagree as long as we're respectful. But it's about the fact that like you can't take your hate out on a specific religion just because you don't like what's happening across the world, right? And there's a lot of innocent people who are Jewish in America, in Europe, and all over the world who are getting attacked on the streets, whose schools are getting burned, whose businesses are getting attacked, whose podcasts are getting bad reviews, who are getting hate left and right, just simply because they are Jewish. Like, I am not in the war doing anything. I'm just here reporting on news and just supporting my people. Right? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you support your family? You know? And people are getting attacked and killed and burned and all these things. Rocks thrown into their homes and stuff. And then you have someone like a Kanye who is, I believe, more than mentally ill, but he's a severe anti-Semitic person going out on these tirades. And he's got 33 million followers on Twitter. And that's more Jews that are alive, right? So I said on my Patreon the other day, I talked about this, and I said that, Elon Musk has a responsibility to get him off the platform. And I was very adamant about that. And I believe that he should have taken him off of his platform. And he did eventually. I don't know what took so long. And I'm very, very happy that he eventually got taken off the platform. And then finally, I couldn't fucking believe it, but during the Super Bowl, he had a commercial, Yeezy.com, which was unreal because the one and only thing he was selling on that website was a t-shirt with a swastika on it. And then yesterday, a bunch of people went after Shopify and GoDaddy and all these other companies that were selling this shirt. And it was wild. And they finally took it down too. So Yeezy.com is no longer a website on that platform. And I can't believe that the Super Bowl and Fox and NFL, like, I don't know how that passed through. I have no idea how that works. Apparently, allegedly, they're saying that when they finalized the Yeezy.com commercial, he had more stuff on his website. It wasn't the swastika sweater. It was like a last minute bait and switch. Like when the commercial went through, he had a bunch of different things on the website and a bunch of different things. Thank you, Sarah. A bunch of different things that he was selling. Right. And then right before the Super Bowl, he switched everything up on the website just to have the swastika. So it's sick and it's gross and it's a horrible human being. So at this point, we have to talk about it because how can we continue to let behavior like that exist? I just don't see how. Because if we let that kind of behavior exist, then we should allow all racism to exist. We should let all hate to exist. We should let hate towards gay people to exist and hate towards Asian people and Mexican people and hate towards Black people and hate towards trans and hate towards, I mean, why does the buck have to stop? Why is it only allowed towards Jews? I feel like it should just give up. Just everyone should allow hate. But that's not the society we want to live in, right? And it shouldn't be allowed for one group. We have to stand up for every single group. And I don't believe any group should be allowed open, honest, clear, yelling out loud, I want to kill you hate, which is what he says out loud. He straight up said, I am a NAZI, which means I want to kill you, to me and to a bunch of you guys. And that is incredibly, incredibly sad and scary. And I don't like it. And I'm not perfect. And trust me, I've messed up many, many times and I'm still not perfect today. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be turned off from me today because this is going to throw you off. And the Z word is going to scare a lot of you guys. But just know, like in my heart, I mean well, and talk to me about it. Have conversation about it and let's communicate about it. And maybe you can learn something, or maybe I can teach you something, or maybe I can learn something about, how we can communicate better through this rather than just be angry and spew hate and be mad and all of that. Victoria says, I'm new here. I'm not Jewish. Nothing you're saying is bothering me. It's your views, perspective, experiences, what you feel is valid and allowed, in my opinion. Thank you, Victoria. That's very sweet. And I appreciate it. So many nice comments, so many scary comments, but thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Dragonfly gifted 5 Daily Dose of Donna memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Really do. And there's a lot of scary people out there. There's a lot of really loud, angry people. But we can only do our best. And there's a lot of great allies out there too that are speaking up. Emmanuel Acho, ACHO. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He's wonderful. He's been a great ally for the Jewish community. And I really appreciate him lately. And it's been really cool to see that. So I try to look for the helpers. That's who I kind of like to look for. And I hope I'm just like kind of opening your eyes to something good, positive here today. And hopefully you're not completely turned off by me and we can see that, hopefully you stick around. Can we switch it off to talk about Paige and Craig just to end on a little positive note, please? Please, please, please. Okay. Okay. Can I take a sip of water so that I can calm down and take a Xanax? I'm like shaking. Okay. So, okay. So let's talk about Paige and Craig. Paige and Craig. Last night, I came to a realization last night. Okay. Paige and Craig were out at both at the Super Bowl. I talked about this yesterday, but Paige is like really out with her man. And I just had a thought to myself. Have any of you guys been in a 3-year relationship? Have any of you been in a 3-year relationship, honestly? Really, truly, if you are in a 3-year relationship and you break up with your man and you were really in love, honestly, I truly want to know. It's not very easy to just move right on, plan a trip with someone, go out with them, like go on dates, do the whole thing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think my hot take is that Paige has been moved on and completely like on another level. She has been moved on for over a year. I think Paige has been over this relationship for over a year. And in my opinion, I think that she has definitely been in Joe's DMs, according to your new fave Bravo fan club or whatever. She is I forget the name of the Instagram account, but it's your new fave Bravo fan page or something like that. She said that she got multiple sources who told her that Craig said at some sort of fan event or expo or something that Paige has been DMing with this guy for 6 months. Other people have said that Hannah and Paige have been DMing with him for 6 months or for a long time, been DMing with this guy. I think he just like slid into her DMs and was chatting with her about it. And this is kind of where it went. I don't know if in any world, I don't believe that this is new. I don't think she broke up with Craig and randomly met this guy, Joe. Paige has been over Craig for so long, and I think she was holding on to him as a security blanket. And I think this season of Summer House, which starts tomorrow, the season of Summer House that starts tomorrow, I think is going to be the most incredible, like eye-opening thing, because I think that's the scene where she's sitting there and she's crying about this. And I think she's going to have this moment where she's going to be like, oh my God. I think she's been holding on to Craig for dear life for security reasons. Don't you guys think? Craig didn't pass the clit test, Leo said. I think Craig definitely passed the clit test. Y'all, Craig definitely passes the clit test, don't you think? Oh my God. I think so. I think that Anne-Marie wants to remember to clit the light, guys. Yeah, I think that for sure Paige has been over him, and she was probably DMing with Joe all summer long. We're going to see this summer when she was already over Craig and she has been not into it. So in my opinion, I think that she has been 100% moving on, and Craig has been holding on for dear hope. But Paige, that's why she was so easy. She never once cried over this breakup. She was never once sad about it. She literally broke up with him and she was like, but I'm excited for single life. Who breaks up and then is excited for single life right away after 3 years? It doesn't happen. What I think you do when you break up and you're sad about a relationship is like you eat ice cream, you eat candy, and you watch Bridget Jones' Diary, and you drink wine, and you like have girls' nights. You don't go out and party, right? Maybe you do that once in a while. I just don't think that it's possible that, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I find it like very, very interesting. I think she's been over him for a long, long time. Now, finally, before I finish this, I did get a comment last night saying, Donna, when is the Blake Lively conversation going to be over? And to that, I say, give me another story to cover because I don't know what else to talk about on Bravo. Is there anything interesting on that network to talk about right now? Is there? You guys, please tell me, is there anything interesting to talk about? I don't know what else there is to talk about. Like, there is literally nothing interesting in the entertainment world other than this right now. Okay, none of you guys, literally nothing, Michelle says. Okay, she knows. Literally nothing. Okay, Traders is kind of interesting to talk about, but really, do I need to do a Traders recap? Really? Okay, so then they went on a mission. Okay, so Tom Sandoval eats a lot of food. Okay. Is it like that exciting? I feel like, thank you guys so much. I feel like there's not really that much else to talk about. So if you guys can tell me about anything else, then, we'll get there. But this is what we're talking about for these days. Okay. But I love you guys. Thank you for sharing and being here with me today. This was a hard one for me to get through, and I didn't expect to even go there. So it's going to be a hard day for me a little bit. Thank you for the support. Thank you for loving on my show. Thank you for continuing to support Daily Dose of Donna, especially after today. And sending you love. Get in my DMs and ask me questions if today was a toughie for you or if you have any questions. And just know I have a heart for all people that are struggling, all innocent people in this war. It is a war, okay? Just going back there really fast. It is a war. So I hurt for all of the innocent people on both sides, okay? Yes, in the Palestinians and yes, the Israelis. It is not just one-sided for me. Unfortunately, there's a lot of bad people that are preventing this thing to be over. Okay. And that's unfortunately where we are. But I love you guys very much. And I just hope that everything's going to work out okay. Love you guys. Yeah, I need a massage from Craig's hands. Okay. Bye, you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks, Maddie, for the super sticker. Love you guys. Bye.